You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid. Hey, Bron.
Hi.
How are you?
Happy Halloween. Boo.
What the hell is that? I just, I've been up since 4. I just did a 9-hour drive from Georgia back home. The drive wasn't bad, but it is tiring. Like, I'm going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, and driving.
Because you have to focus.
Right, that's what
They're
I was
all
gonna say.
on every one, because we took Dan and Michelle back.
Yeah.
And Mom, every one of them on their fucking phones or laptop. The entire.
But what do you want them to do? Just sit there with you?
It'd be nice to have a conversation.
Yeah.
There was no conversation.
But then ask. Say, like.
Nah, you don't want to force people to talk to you.
That's
but
true.
terrible.
So what did
terrible.
you do? You just sat there and listened to
I
music?
just drove and listened to music. I took care of some calls with my AirPod shit. And that was it.
Sometimes it's kind of relaxing, though.
I don't know, 8 hours and change.
Yeah. 3 hours of it is like, okay, yeah, I can do that. No problem.
I was cruising 90 to 100 miles an hour the entire time.
Maybe.
Cruising.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah.
All good. And now I'm back.
So you just went up for the weekend to
Couple of
Georgia.
days. It was Lake Coney. Played some golf at the Ritz. It was nice.
Nice.
You know, and now I'm back.
Welcome
Busy
back.
week. Busy week. How was you at a Halloween party?
Yep. Had a Halloween party last night. It was fun. When it's Tony Montana from Scarface, which was fun.
And
I
so,
put on
so did everybody else.
Yeah, it was a Miami themed party. So, like, of course, there were going to be a lot of those. But I put on.
Your hair looks a different color.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to notice.
Wait a minute. Your hair is. You dyed your hair.
Yeah. So.
You don't clean it?
Clean it? What do you mean?
You literally dyed it? So.
My girlfriend was like, we should dye your hair darker
Wait, you have
for
a
the
girlfriend?
costume.
I'm only joking.
She was like, for your costume, let's do it. I just want to see what it's going to look like. And I was like, okay, fine, fuck it.
Don't like it. It looks fake as shit.
I know. I agree with you. It's orange. I was
okay. When are you getting rid of it? Tonight?
How do I get rid of it?
You use real dye?
Like, she bought dye at like CVS.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm calling her in here. Hannah!
She was like, your dad's going to freak out. She was like afraid that you were going to see it. But it was because it was for the costume.
Nelly! Hannah, come here. It's like mini mom.
We were, right after it happened, I was like, fuck, it's red.
You look like Jimmy Neutron.
I know, right? It's bad.
Okay, Hannah. What, she's afraid of coming? Is she really? No. Look at Bronson's head. You don't see it. His hair's dyed. It's like an orangey, it's not even a real color. Hannah, what's with the dyeing of the color of the hair? You don't see it. Are you blind?
Right away, he goes, wait, your hair's a different color.
Good. And you use real dye?
See on the sides, it's like not as gray.
She owns a salon. She can't even tell. Wow.
Mom can't. Yeah.
So what's the
No, it's
Thomas,
just, it looks
that
orange.
For a month.
it'll wash out.
Yeah, how long will it take?
I have clarifying shampoo that will make it go.
You have it at
Okay.
home? That's not going to help.
I'll get it on Tuesday.
You know, you look...
I was scared. I really didn't notice it.
You really think that? Are you afraid?
That's what I said. I was like, who cares?
Wait, are you afraid of me? Don't be afraid of me.
That's what I said. I was like, what's... And she goes, can you just tell him that it was your idea to do the hair coloring?
First of all,
Yeah,
let's be very clear. There's nothing to be afraid of about it. I love you. You have zero to be afraid. What'd you say? I'm dead serious. You have nothing to fear me. Wait, unless you give me reason. I'm like joking. No, but seriously, you have nothing to say. You could say
it's by the way, it's straight up orange.
Listen,
I
by
should
the way,
have a...
you look fucking retarded.
I know.
But I still love
right
you.
when it happened, I was like, I look like a fool.
But wait, Hannah, you literally should
She
not
kept
be
saying,
afraid.
no, you look great. You look great. She was like, let's make your hair darker for the costume.
Why didn't you spray it?
Right, with black...
She also just wanted to do it because she thought it'd be fun to like dye my hair. Yeah, she like
So you're
put the glove on.
you're bored.
Yeah, I'm our science project.
So if we stop at the salon, if you don't want
No, he has to either shave it or do that shit.
It's not that
He's
big of a
gonna
deal.
do pitball tonight. Pitball.
But the problem is, like, she wanted to do it on Thursday when I had class on Friday, and I was like,
Oh no, you're going to
I was
class
like,
Monday.
If it looks bad,
You
everyone's-
look fucking retarded.
Because the thing is, everyone's gonna know that I
You know why she did it?
Because she doesn't want the other girls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Mama raised no fool.
She wants me to look like a fool.
That's why Mom wants me to get fat. Mom
Yeah,
says,
she wants me to get fat too.
Mom wants to look better than me, which is impossible. It's impossible.
Dad is getting so thin
Quick.
that you know when you get thin, you start to look
No, you
Yeah,
said
dad
gay.
looks feminine.
You said gay. Politically correct. You said gay. Boy, more importantly, Hannah, I mean it sincerely. 0, 0. You could say, do, act, and you have nothing to fear about me. In any, well, no, it's really not. Wait, you got a problem with that? You got a problem with that? But I want everyone to feel comfortable except for people I don't like.
Yeah.
Wait, so your mom says I look gay.
I don't think you look gay.
Like, I'm teasing you. By the way, not anything wrong.
She
and
goes-
if you look gay and look like this, you're hooking up, guys. You're hooking up.
What? Yeah, no, she's like, I don't want you to lose any more weight. It's not as fun without your belly. I was
Mom
like, no.
says the same thing. Mom, here's what mom does. Here's what mom does. Listen, look, here's what mom does. Mom goes, I dress nice, and mom goes, you can't wear that. I wasn't gonna dress that nice. Meanwhile, she's dressed like, you just want me looking better than you. I know what the plan is.
But I think, I
It's
think
hard
a woman
not-
should look better
but
than the man.
it's hard not to look good when you're me.
If the man is more presentable than the woman in a relationship, it's that's something's wrong with that. I think.
Welcome to my world, bro. No. You're breaking up. Bad cell. Let's go back to your hair. Which you better wash that shit tonight.
But it's not like I want this hair. It was just
No,
it was
I
an
love
accident.
you. I love you. Bring your key. Bring your key. Put it right now. Okay, but 110%.
And Bronny only uses one shampoo with it.
Can,
And then see.
can we dye it? Can we dye his hair red? It would look better.
It's red.
Oh no, it's.
If you come early,
I need an Irish accent now because my hair's so orange.
Wow,
early on Tuesday,
Hannah, well played. All the girls that might have liked him, they were like, "Nope, turned off."
Oh, he
I
dyes
told
his
you.
hair.
Told you he was gay. No,
Bron,
no, we're not
I don't
coloring
care.
his
It's
hair.
gonna
No.
come out. It's not
Don't
a
worry,
big
you're
deal.
fine.
this shampoo.
It's not a big deal. Okay, we've talked about my hair color for 7 minutes now. We got to talk about other things.
All right, Hannah, what kind of outfit should he wear? I'm only joking.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Wow, that's
Wait, take banks. Take banks.
wait. With friends like that, who needs enemies? A man is cheating. Care about you?
I'm shocked. I've been home now for like an hour. I'm shocked you
haven't
noticed
looked.
it.
I've been working on my Range Rover key.
Yeah.
All right, we're back, people. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
I had to do that.
Yeah.
Just to, Wow. Sorry.
I know, it's funny,
It's like
right?
checking out a girl with big boobs. You can't stop staring. Like they're so big. It's not
that
terrible.
bad,
It's not terrible.
but it's noticeable. It's
Yes.
definitely noticeable.
yes,
Yeah.
because it doesn't look natural.
Right. No, I agree.
It's okay. It's all good.
When she was doing it, it said on the box, it was like, leave it in for 30 minutes. I was like, let's just do 10 minutes.
Not even right.
I was like, and she goes,
She left it for 2 days.
She left it for like 40 minutes. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, that's why.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
get it.
orange.
It's all right. All right.
Whatever.
That's all good. So, Bronny,
So,
what's happening?
not much.
A lot of shit going on. Continues the whole
Still a
fucking
lot of shit
Israeli
going on.
bullshit thing.
Yep. We have a few little things. Like, there's more to talk about. We're not going to talk
Let's-
about that the whole episode. I
Let's
just have
talk
a few
about some.
little
Let's
updates.
talk about a couple of
I have
updates.
I have some good classic daddy issues topics to
Let's
talk
do
about.
that first because I'm a little. Let's talk about some levity.
Yeah. Okay. So we can just do like some classic daddy issues, get you triggered topics.
The hair is getting me triggered. Bronny, I miss you, buddy. I miss you, bro.
I miss you, boo. Is that
Bro,
what you just said?
brother.
Okay.
We should have Bryce in here.
Yeah.
We should
We
have.
should have.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever. Too little, too late.
Yep.
So I guess before speaking of Bryce and I watched this movie this week.
Good.
It's a horror movie that came out this
scary?
year. Yes, but not in the scary like. So it's called Speak No Evil. Everyone what?
Okay, is
Have you
that
heard of
with
it?
the woman?
It's Dutch. No, it's a Dutch movie,
okay.
or from Denmark or something. But it's in English.
Can you show me a trailer?
The trailer doesn't show you what the movie's about. It
Okay,
doesn't.
like if I watch a movie theater tonight, am I going to be scared by myself?
Okay, so what?
Because
Why I wanted to
I have a little of a hard time watching.
why I wanted to bring
horrors.
this movie up is because I've never in my life been more disturbed by a movie in my entire
What do I do then? Then I can't
life.
watch it. The lights have to be on.
Okay, no, so that's what it is. It's not a horror. It's not horror like ghosts and monsters and demons. It's horror like real shit.
Give me an example.
It's about. I'll just tell you what it's about. But then the thing is, like, the whole movie's about something, and you.
Don't tell me what it's about, but give me an example. Like,
No, I'll tell you
like
what-
like Jigsaw song.
No. It's about It's about a couple who meets another couple on vacation. And the main couple's from Denmark, and they meet a couple from the Netherlands, and they're in Italy on vacation. And then they like get along on vacation.
One of them's a psycho.
And so the couple invites them. They're like, come for a weekend and stay with us in the Netherlands. It'll be fun. And so the couple goes, and each has a young kid. And so they go and stay at this
say no more. It's
house, and it's just things are uncomfortable, and things keep getting more and more uncomfortable. And
all right, just say no more.
I just want to.
Should I watch with Mom tonight?
Don't watch. Mom should not watch this.
Why?
Movie.
Tell me.
She'll just be extremely disturbed. She will not like it. I'm telling you. She will not like it.
But here's the thing: she won't want to make new friends. That's good for me.
I'm telling you, she will not like it.
So should
I'm
I not
telling
watch it?
you will not like it. But I think you should watch it. Like it. I watched it with Bryce and our girlfriend, and at the end, it was one of the only times where I literally was like, I can't. I had to cover my eyes. I was like, I can't watch this.
I'm 100% not watching it.
But it also was like so interesting because it's interesting.
I'm not watching.
And also just so then, do you want me to just tell you about it if you're not watching it?
Yes. But then what about people that listen to it?
Spoilers for the next 2 minutes, okay, about this movie, Speak No Evil. Go watch it though, and then fast forward 2 minutes. I'll just briefly tell you.
Could I still decide to watch it even though you're spoiling it?
No, I'm not going to spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Move on.
You should watch it because.
Will you watch with me again?
I honestly don't know if I'd want to watch it again. It was
I'm not
disturbing.
watching it. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Sorry.
And it made me. I think the reason why you should watch it is because it's like a social commentary about like modern men and how they're like pussies, and that's kind of why I think you'd find it interesting.
Okay, but if it's disturbing that you found it disturbing, I'm more of a wimpy when it comes to. I'm not watching it.
My jaw has never dropped lower than during this movie. I literally
were you scared?
Not scared, like, oh my God, I'm going to be haunted. Disturbed, like, I cannot believe that I watched this happen. I never thought in my life.
Give me one example of watching this happen. One. It got to be more than one.
No. It was like, it's just like something like.
I'm not watching it.
Like, remember when we watched Hereditary and the girl, it's the one where the daughter was like, had some mental thing, and she had her head out of the car and it got cut off.
Yeah.
And you're watching, you're like, I cannot believe I saw that. It's that times 100. Truly, that
will not
feeling
1,000% not watching.
And you know when that happened and we were in the theaters and we all went like, we gasped and we were like, I cannot believe that I just saw something like that. It's literally that times 100 because it's like,
are you giving me heebie-jeebies? Move on.
It's giving me heebie-jeebies, and I just want to
move on.
So people should watch it.
Don't watch it.
Okay, so a real story.
Ooh, you gave me chills.
Oh, Dad, it was.
All right, I'm not watching.
Oh my God, it was insane.
Ooh, fucking people are weird.
Okay, so the diction. This is like classic daddy issues. I feel like, and then we haven't been classic daddy issues in the last month or so because just we've been like very like.
Yep. Fuck everybody.
And like political. We've been like very political focused, not like crazy fun stories.
Okay.
So I just wanted to show like. Every year, the dictionary adds new words. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But so this year, they added a bunch of new words that I think are funny, and I just wanted to get
your reaction.
Yeah, because
you know, people were in the left lane going 60 miles an hour that wouldn't move the fuck over. I mean,
on the highway?
Fucking idiots.
That was random, but yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
We talked about that a few weeks ago.
I know. It happened today.
And I also,
you don't mind me staring at your head.
Okay. I also feel like I'd want to know what your. Like, I feel like you don't know a lot of these words. So a lot of them were like AI focused, which makes sense that these words, but then a lot of them were just like youth slang. Like Riz was added to the dictionary. Do you know what that is?
No.
Riz?
No, like get a rise from somebody?
No, that's rise.
Well, you guys do fucking things like that.
What, get a rise?
You take words and then I'm like, just say the word then. You're like suicide.
Yeah. Well, that's not a new word. That's just short. Although Riz is short for charisma. Charisma.
Oh, God.
It's like when you're like, if you have, back in the day, it would have been like you have game. Like a guy has game. A guy got good Riz now because you can chat a girl up. But the weird one.
Chat a girl up.
Yeah.
How about just talk to a girl?
What's the difference between
chat her up? How do you chat her up?
Hey, babe, what's going on?
Chat her up.
Yeah, you chat a girl up.
Okay. Gotta whiten your teeth, Bronny. Sorry.
I can't.
Then stop with the coffee. Do a straw.
Nah.
It's getting the color of your hair.
I'm not
your hair.
I'm not gay.
It's making the color of your hair.
Drinking out of a straw?
No, but it's making the color of your hair. Can't use whitening toothpaste? I use Sensodyne whitening.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh, Brian, I gotta get that fixed.
Let's see. What other
Too
things?
young right now.
Thirst trap is a new word on there.
Thirst trap?
Do you know what that is? We've talked about that. Like, remember we talked about thought? Like, a thought
Is the whore girl?
Yeah, so like a thirst trap is what
It's
a
like
thought would post.
Oh my!
Like, do you know
God.
what? Like, if a guy says, "Oh, like I'm thirsty," it's like I'm horny.
Okay.
So a girl will post a thirst trap, meaning
To
like
get trapped a guy?
no, not just like because she wants horny guys to like comment on her video, on her picture and stuff.
Oh my God!
I wonder what their definition. Let's see. If we go to. I wonder what their definition of it is. Let's see. Merriam-Webster. Thirst.
Why are these
trap.
even words?
Their definition is a photograph or video shared for the purpose of attracting attention. I think it's even more than
Isn't
that.
that voyeurism?
It's sexual.
Isn't that like
No. Like if you posted a picture, like let's say you thought you looked really good and you're like you posted a picture of you flexing, and you posted it so that you got like girls to comment on it. That's a thirst trap. That's the definition of it.
right.
But it's mainly a sexual thing.
Stupid.
Another one is goated is a new word. Like, you know, goat.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like if you are like, I don't know, what would, like we say, oh, so-and-so is goated, or this activity is goated, like means it's the best. That's another one.
Okay, so greatest of all time, ed.
Right. Like, oh, it just means it's the best.
Okay.
It doesn't mean greatest of all time anymore. But like this podcast is goated, you know, meaning like this podcast is the best.
I understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another one is Nerf, which is weird. They added that
Those
to
are footballs.
Yeah, but I think it means
Soft.
yeah, like soft. But let's see what they Nerf. To reduce the effectiveness
What?
of something in a video game. That's a weird.
Oh, that ain't
Yeah, I
nice.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't use that. Another one they added is Girl Boss. We've talked
That
about that.
show, right? That was that show.
Well,
Mom
the
Like-
show named it after like
What's a girl boss? A bitch?
Like a modern woman in business who gets shit done. That's like a girl boss.
But that isn't that derogatory? Isn't that sexist?
right? Why isn't it just boss?
Yeah. How about just right?
Let's see what their definition is: ambitious and successful woman. That's their definition.
So what about a guy boss? Do they have a definition?
Well, it's
for
just
that?
boss.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the definition of boss?
but they're different words. A boss is a person who exercises control or authority.
Okay. And what about boy boss?
That's not a word.
Fine.
No, because no one uses it.
Maybe we should.
That's not a word.
It's offensive, girl boss. That's sexist.
No, they use it as
yeah,
they use it for themselves.
Empowering the woman. Yep.
edgelord is also a new one. Do you know what that
No
word
idea
is?
what that is that from
That-
Game of Thrones?
No, but it is from like video. It's like online culture. Edgelord. I wonder what their definition of it is. An edgelord is someone who like is a like jokester online, but like in a mean way. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Oh, these people need to get a fucking life. Who comes up with this
Edgelord.
shit?
Someone who makes wildly dark and exaggerated statements on the internet with the intent of shocking others. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah. Okay, so those are the new words. I thought you were going to be like, why the fuck are these words?
I think it's pathetic and stupid, if you ask me.
That these are words?
I mean, it's so ridiculous that
Why? Slang.
it's just slang. Why is slang? I mean, is all slang in the dictionary?
Yeah, but like they're words. I think they should.
Who
be.
invented this shit?
What do you mean invented?
Who started that?
No, but like when you were a kid, you guys said like there are words that we
Groovy.
all used just now that were slang when you were a kid, like
what?
even like wild. Like when we say that's wild, like that's not the actual definition of that word.
All right,
But we
get
all
it.
use it, and groovy is a weird word. What the fuck? Like that's
Groovy, dude.
okay. Well, that's weird. I'm trying to think of other slang from when you were a kid, but
Dope.
that was when
Right.
you were a kid.
Wasn't
People
it?
say that now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I whatever. I don't even understand the whatever.
Okay. Cool. Great
No.
reaction.
No, I don't.
Whatever.
No,
I mean,
I don't.
I
e-
just,
no, I don't. I don't
whatever.
even know. I don't even know how to even respond because it's so many fucked up things and so bizarre. That younger generation, even what's going on with the whole problems with Israel and Palestine.
Well,
Whatever.
that's a
I know, but I'm
completely
saying,
other.
but it's a whole. It's just such a misguided generation. It really
Why? Because
is.
we have we make up words.
No,
That's what
I don't know. I guess yes, you're right. I understand. I am making more out of it than I need to, but the words, I don't know. They're coming up with like edgelord. It's a word based upon video games. I mean,
Yeah, but
it's so weird. Like,
But video games are a thing.
I know, but edgelord, like, why not just use the word?
Because that's what kids do. They make up, because if your parents are say, oh, like when we were kids.
So
and you
we don't know what the word means?
No, it's not that. It's just because to be different. When you're a kid and your parents say things, like we as kids, it's like, oh, it's cringe when our parents say like groovy or whatever. But when you were a kid, that was cool. But to kids, what their parents do isn't cool. So you have to come up with your own ones.
I guess.
That's what it is.
I guess being an older dad, I don't
I'm trying
it
to
doesn't
think of
bother me,
words
but
that-
I understand what you're saying, but it's just we're taking an existing word and just changing a new
of
name
course.
to it.
Yeah, but that's what people do.
That's
what
I
language
know
is.
that's what they do.
That's what language is. People, like, did you hear there's also, there was this whole article that I read in the New York Times or just Time. I wonder if New York Times, whatever, about how Miami is getting its own dialect of English. And like, there's this new, did we talk about
The
this?
accent you mentioned.
It's not an accent. It's like a way of speaking English.
Oh my
Not with the accent, but it's because there's so many Spanish speakers that English is starting to change in South Florida. And it's like there's this whole new dialect of English because the way it is, it's people that speak. So Spanish has a different grammar like set than English does, right? Like we would say the red car, right? To describe a car.
Okay.
They would, in Spanish, you wouldn't say it that way. You would say the car that is red. You say the thing first and then the descriptor.
Okay.
We don't do that. But so that's how Spanish speakers, that's how their brain
mind
works.
works, right.
So when they translate it to English, they bring along their grammar.
Makes sense.
So that's becoming a dialect of how people speak in Miami. And it's like this new English, because they're not speaking in Spanish. They're speaking in English, but with a different dialect. So now like it's the rest of the country speaks one way and Miami English speakers speak a different way just because it's been so influenced by.
Why do people, like, for example, why are there accents? Like
Because people want to be different.
No, but New York and Jersey and Boston, like, but certain distinct accents. Why are there accents?
Because it's two things. One, because people, as you spread apart, you start to speak differently.
But everyone in Boston has that accent.
Well, that's because they learned it.
So, like, take Rosie and Milo. Their parents are not English, right? They don't have the English accent.
Oh, but it's because kids.
But they picked up, Alec and David have picked up a little bit of you hear some certain words.
Humans,
So you think
we're
it's because
adaptable.
of what we hear?
Oh, that's the only reason. Humans are the most adaptable. If you...
It's interesting, isn't it? It sounds so different. Even when like Dan speaks, it sounds so different.
It's because especially children, not only are super adaptable, but they want to fit in. So whatever everyone else around them sounds like, they will start to sound subconsciously.
So my accent, which people say I have, right? That's all I know from speaking.
Right, but the only reason you have that accent is because you learned to speak around people who spoke like that. So when
is that really true?
Of course, when you were taught the word, like, you know, when you're a kid and you hear words, you're learning words. When you heard the word for what this is, water, you heard it as water. So that's what it ingrained in your brain. I heard it as water.
Is that really true?
Of course. What do you mean? How else?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what accents are. But we're losing accents because we're all connected.
It's so interesting how prevalent it is in certain areas.
Yeah, but it's all dying out because we all have, like, kids now don't just learn words from the people around them. They learn it from the internet. So now the accents are definitely going to be dying.
It's interesting.
But it's also interesting how accents in America, New England is different, but it's because it's from the old way. Like in England proper, not New England, accents literally change town to town. That's how, and there's completely different. There are hundreds of different accents in England, which is the size of Florida.
Alex says there's wealthier accents, there's lower element accents.
There's also different accents just within the city of London. There's West End accent. There's South.
it's all Muslim accent in the city.
There's South London accents. There's East End accents. Like there, you can tell where someone is within the city. That's like literally being like different accents for Brooklyn, Queens. Like there aren't different accents.
Weird.
For Staten Island doesn't have a different accent than Queens, but in one, but it's a different cultural thing. But I think part of that is because their country is so old that the towns used to be like. If you lived in one town,
you never left that town.
You were only in that town, so accents started to develop. But and that was the same with New England. Is like New York, Boston, Philadelphia, all were like such old cities that someone in Boston was like, they didn't go to New York all that often. They were separated a lot. But nowadays, it's like we're all so connected that accents kind of die out. We all kind of speak the same.
It's interesting. Yeah. So you have people think you have a New York, New Jersey accent probably because of me then.
Right, because and also, even though I grew up in Florida, but the town I grew up in is mostly New Yorkers, so that's just the way it is.
It's funny.
I
never really thought about it,
and if I was 5, like this happens all the time, or if we took Zerai speaks with an American accent. If Zerai moved to the Philippines, she would, and then we saw her 10 years later, she would have she would speak with a different accent because she's young. She would just adapt to it instantly. Yeah. That's also why they say you should teach like kids a different language when they're young because they can just absorb it easier.
Correct. Too late for us. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we can do like a triggering one for you if you want. I saw this week.
Well, you put the pressure on me.
Yeah, I mean, you're not being triggered. You don't get triggered anymore at all anyways. You're triggered out.
No, I got the other week.
You get triggered at Israel stuff.
Yeah, I'm fucking aggravated.
But you don't get triggered at social stuff anymore.
You know, I guess it's interesting, Brian, because it's so fucking retarded. I don't know. I'm like done with that stupid shit. I like, not that I don't care, but like, just go fuck yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I don't. It's
and you're just over.
I'm
you're just over it. I agree with you. I'm over it.
If you're a moron, I don't even want to fucking waste my breath. I don't want to waste my breath on stupid people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's also just like it's exhausting.
But it's not. I just do want to waste your breath on like how dumb people are. I mean, really, they're fucking like when I watched who's the black lesbian with the Raggedy Ann hairdo, the speaker for Biden. What's her name?
Karen Jean-Pierre.
I can't fucking stand her. She fucking triggers me. I can't even watch and look at her fucking face when she opens her mouth.
Yeah, but that's I agree. That part's triggering. I think though with like trans shit, I think it's just like it's boring now.
God,
you know, it's just like it's
how
just
much
boring.
can we beat a dead horse?
And it's like, why are we still talking about this? No one cares except for like 12 people.
I don't care, right?
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. They have brand new products out, the Lawnmower 5.0. I'm sure a lot of you listening have either heard of or have the previous Manscaped products yourself. The Lawnmower 4.0. If you're a loser, you probably even have the 3.0 and you haven't upgraded. But now, if you feel like you're the loser with the 3.0 compared to the 4.0, 4.0 compared to 5.0, you're even more of a loser.
Whoa, I'm exhausted with all these fucking numbers. Basically, it's a new version. It's awesome.
It's great.
And
they upgraded a lot. I got mine a few days ago. I've been using it. It's great.
And shout out, we know a lot of our listeners have already ordered, right? Shout out to them. So we appreciate that. And they have this new electric razor.
Well, so you're talking about the Handyman, which is another great new product that they have.
Which you got me. Well, thank you for getting that for me. And I took it on my trip. We've gone 5 days. And it's a little thing. It goes right in my Dob kit. And I didn't have to bring a razor, shaving cream, none of that stuff. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so self-contained. And it gave me as close to shave, Ronnie.
And it's just easy. No, that's why it's called Handyman. It's just so easy.
I'm telling you right now, I have not used an electric razor. Now you trim your beard, whatever.
Yeah, I don't shave it there. Okay.
I have not used an electric razor in years. My dad used to, years. Because the blade of the Manscaped is so close and it's awesome, right?
Right.
This fucking thing, honestly, phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal. Like why I don't have to use a regular razor.
Yeah. And so the Lawnmower 5.0, which is their newest product, incorporates that Handyman technology
with the little thing that goes on top.
If you have your 4.0, you just have the trimmer and you have the multiple settings for it. But the new one, now you can replace it as multiple heads. So you can take a close shave head and shave down.
It's unbelievable.
So it's like multiple products in one. So head over to manscaped.com, check out all the new products. While you're there at checkout, use the code DaddyIssues20 because you got 20% off your order and free shipping. So
great
for
product.
real, like you might think, I have my lawnmower 4.0. I have my 3.0. It's fine. Everything about the 4.0 is better in the 5.0, right? The battery is longer. They have double the light, so it's like way brighter.
Yep.
It's great. They have the multiple heads. I love it. So once again, go to manscaped.com, use the code DaddyIssues20, and you'll get 20% off and free shipping.
And buy it for yourself, buy it for your boyfriend, buy it for your girlfriend, buy it for your dad. I'm telling you, it's a fucking great product. It's not expensive. You'll love it. I guarantee it.
But then the flip, I agree with that. But then the flip side is like, we need to talk about it because they're trying to change this whole country for that. So we need to.
Yeah, but we talked about it at length, and then I'm not playing into that shit.
Yeah.
I don't assimilate to you. I don't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you want to live your live your fucking life. Don't shove it down my throat. It ain't gonna work with me. And I think a lot more people are feeling that.
Oh, the majority of people.
Yeah, are feeling that.
So I guess we could talk about this while we're talking about Israel. I'll save this for when we're talking about Israel. Or no, I'll just say it now because you were saying like people are changing. Like you can feel that people are changing just with social stuff, but then with this Israel stuff too. I've gotten multiple DMs. One of my friends who's like big lib progressive, lives in New York. She's a friend of mine. She's nice. I like her, but she's like very progressive. And so she likes our podcast. I've shown you, like, she's talked about, like, she talks about, or she likes our podcast, but she's always like, oh, you guys, do I have my phone with me? Oh, no, I left it in there. I wish I could read the DM. No, it's fine. I remember what it was.
Go ahead.
Because she
stop fidgeting.
She DM'd me and she was like, you and your dad would be happy to know that I'm like, she said, I'm like super anti-progressive now because of all the shit that's been going on.
It is going to turn people off.
She's like, I'm infuriated. I feel like she's like, I see life. She literally said this. I see life through a complete new lens, seeing how hypocritical progressives are. Okay. And she considered for the last 10 years, she marched with BLM.
Because she has common sense.
But isn't that, it's like.
Right, but marching BLM, the BLM people that are marching with the Palestinians, they want to kill them. Yeah. So let them march with them. They're fucking idiots.
No. But all these people, but that's what I'm saying.
Right,
all
you're
these
turning people
who were like, yes.
The liberal billionaires who gave fucking money to college, they don't even say they're fucking, and they're pulling.
Yeah.
So,
but that's a different, like, but the youth, liberal, progressive youth, the Jewish ones at least, and the smart ones who aren't Jewish are being like, whoa. Like, because it truly doesn't make sense. It's
just so connected.
Because it's so anti-liberal to be marching
to kill people.
Yeah. And to be supporting people who are misogynistic,
evil,
homophobic.
Yeah, they're fucking assholes.
Yeah. So like I've gotten multiple people who have said I was progressive and now I'm just not.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
But it's just bizarre.
You've gotten a lot of negative DMs too?
Oh, extremely.
Fucking idiots.
I've gotten more negative comments and feedback on all our Israel stuff than positive.
Isn't that amazing?
And like,
how pathetic is that? How fucking pathetic is that?
Some of the
don't you want to be like, fuck you, asshole?
Well, like, yeah, I respond to a lot of them. Just
who has time?
No, and a lot of them are like so ignorant and evil that I'll just respond like, "Thanks for proving my point," or "Thanks for showing the hate," or I'll show a lot of them because it's like they don't have their profile a face,
right? Because they're pussies.
So I'm like, "Oh, you're real tough," like. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I am tough. Death to the Jews." And I'm like, "Come to my house and
death to the Jews."
Oh yeah, so many things like that. Like white colonizer justifying like hatred, all that shit. Yeah,
love to meet these people.
But that's a lot of what I say is I'm like, "Come to my house, come to me and say it to my face." And they're like, "I will, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, sure you will." But meanwhile, they're probably like a 17-year-old
either way,
loser.
Listen, you shouldn't say that because it doesn't matter. These people aren't worth your time. But it shows you how fucked up people are. They believe this propaganda and how do they don't think on their own and how do you not even feel like I would not want an Israeli to kill an innocent Palestinian. It would bother me. Now I understand there's casualties on both sides. That's what war is. I don't wish it anybody, but I understand that's part of the war. But imagine say death to Palestinians. Like what a stupid statement.
Yeah.
You mean what?
A lot of people on our side are saying that.
Okay. I'm telling you, I know they might be saying it, but I don't think they really mean it. I think.
Well, but don't you see that you're giving an unfair benefit of the doubt.
Here's where I have a
So
slight
one
difference.
side you're saying they're evil, and one side you're saying I feel like they don't believe
Here's
it.
the reason why I say a little bit, because the difference is there's a difference. I don't think innocent people should die. Period. The difference is Hamas started this thing. They raped and pillaged, and I mean, what did he expect? Not to be a war? It's purposeful.
Right. I agree.
So if
But that is not like.
No,
what does
but-
that have to
but
do with
if someone,
you saying that?
If someone says to me, kill all Jews, if you said a Jew, you could see why a Jew would say kill all Palestinians. They're not saying it. They're
Sure,
not
but
saying
that works.
No,
That's circular logic. That works both ways.
But listen, but they're not out of blue. The Jews weren't living life saying we need to kill all Palestinians.
A lot.
There's
were.
a big difference.
I
don't think so.
I think for the last 50 years, that's why we always, for everyone, every generation has always, the Israel-Palestinian conflict. I think it was
Conflict. We are surrounded by Israel.
But I think it was.
surrounded by-
I think the hate. I think hate is equal both ways.
Okay.
I truly do.
The fact is,
The amount of
Israel
hate.
is surrounded by major landmass of all Muslim.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the hate.
Want to kill Jews.
Okay.
Period. That's how the Israelis live their life.
Right.
Constantly defending their position.
Okay.
The others aren't defending their position. Iran,
What do you mean defending
Jordan.
what position?
They're not worried about their land being taken over by Israel.
Oh, yeah.
They're not sitting there saying we got to have bunkers and we got to have bomb shelters and we got to have. They're just living their life because they have strength in numbers and they got a huge piece of land. So there's a difference. One is always on the defensive, which is the Israelis, and one is always on the offensive, trying to kill the Jews. The Jews are not saying,
Okay.
I want to kill Arabs, I want to kill Iranians, I want to kill Jordanians, I want to kill Yemen. They're living their life.
But forget about all those. We were talking about Palestinians. Kill Palestinians.
The
I think a lot of Jews, Israelis, and now American Jews through this whole thing are like, just kill them.
Well, they're going to be dead.
I know, but
They're going to be dead,
you
unfortunately.
see how you're just fully
No, what I'm saying...
giving an unfair benefit of the doubt.
No, what I'm saying is the Israelis...
Both are equally wrong, in my opinion.
Okay.
And you're saying one is less wrong.
No, I'm just saying considering what happened October 7th, there might be more justification considering.
But that's a wrong justification.
Okay, fine.
You can justify... You don't think Palestinians justify their hatred for Israelis?
Okay, I think if somebody took a loved one of mine away, I would kill them, and therefore I would say, yes, I want them dead. Me. So I think I believe in eye for an eye in that regard.
Right, but
Now,
there's a difference. But when you always do that, you've been doing that a lot in this situation.
What do I do?
No, you say if someone took if someone killed, right, that one person, sure, but that's not what this is.
I don't want Palestinians to die.
Yeah, but you see, it's unfair for when you say, because everyone would agree with that. If someone came and shot my girlfriend, right, or like let's say if someone came and shot your children, of course you're going to hate them. That's not what's happening here.
Okay,
it's if someone came and you said, "Oh, now their entire neighborhood needs to die." Right? It's different.
I really don't believe. I think if the Israeli,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
if the Israeli army really wanted to kill all Palestinians, they would do it right now.
I agree with you.
So I don't agree with you that Israelis want. It's such the reason why.
Oh no, I didn't say all Israelis, but there are definitely plenty.
Of course, listen.
Right, but
but the reason why this is going to be such a long, hard war is because of the humanitarian aspect of what Israel is trying to do. Otherwise, it's just going to bring it all down to the fucking dirt.
yeah, agreed.
Right. So I think that yes, there is a bias that comes in when your people are killed. You support your kind. I get it. But this whole thing is it's all of Iran's doing, obviously. But the people that voted in Hamas, that Hamas runs the government, there is no democracy the way it's been recently. That these people unfortunately be harmed, the Palestinians. It's a shame by their own people too. It's a shame. The whole thing's a shame.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of hate, like, brewing on both sides. I think one side is way more like the pro-Palestinian hate, like not just from Palestinians, from the world. The pro-Palestinian hate towards Israel is way stronger than I think the pro-Israel Jewish hate towards Palestinians is. But I still think there's this is brewing so much hate that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we can do.
No,
it's like we said a few weeks ago when this first started. We were like, it's become it's me versus you, and so it forces you into like if it's like if you're forced into a me versus you, it's going to be me.
I have to tell you, Ronnie, I'm not happy this happened, and it's sad, and it's going to be bad for everybody across the board. But I think maybe time it happened.
What happened?
This whole thing happened.
But what? Like,
Meaning,
what are you saying?
I'm going to be 57. There's always been this conflict.
Right, but how does it end?
Well, however it ends is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, I think that this sort of...
You don't think this will always happen?
No, I think this now is the worst. Like, I think between... Yeah. Because we have what's going on with Russia and China and America and the Middle East now and Israel. I think this is a really percolated. Now it's coming to a head, and I think that whatever the outcome is the outcome. But I don't think there's
ever an end.
Okay, but
you don't think after World War II ended, people were like, because so I think there might be an end with like there are multiple possible ends with the Israel-Palestinian conflict, right? But that's not the bigger conflict.
Its bigger issue is the Iranian, Jordanian,
the bigger
Israel
issue.
conflict.
I think the bigger issue is anti-Semitism.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Like,
in
let's
America,
say right, it's just the whole world, and so it's like that. There's no end. There's no possible end. The only possible end to that is all the death of the Jews, because that's the only possible end.
That's never
because
happened.
How else could you end it? Right? You can't eradicate You would have thought after World War II, the world would have that was the war for or against anti-Semitism, and we won. So it ended, right? We defeated anti-Semitism in the Nazis. It's more prominent than ever now.
Yeah, it's terrible. And social media is terrible.
I think the only end to anti-Semitism is no more Jews, which I don't want that end.
Literally over my dead body.
Right. But otherwise, so I think when you're saying this is going this is going to end.
I don't know. I think
ending Palestine, right? If let's say they're eradicated, which I don't want, but let's say that's the end to this conflict, that's only going to make anti-Semitism worse.
We need to kick,
so there's no end. There's no possible.
We need to kick anyone that is not American Westernization ideology. They need to be kicked out of our country. Period. You don't like it? Live somewhere else.
I agree on the second part. If the Westernization, if you're not
on board and you're anti-America,
right?
Get out. We're kicking you out.
If you're not going to embrace what this culture is in the West,
you out.
Then you can't have the If you don't want to embrace it, then you don't get the benefits of it. So you have to leave.
Get rid of it.
Or you're just not going to come. And this is so we posted about that, right? We talked about immigration and how we were like, Europe's done. They're going to start kicking people out. Yeah. And a lot of the comments were, I just completely lost my train of thought. What was the point with this?
I said we're kicking, if you don't adapt to Western civilization and our ideology, then we'll kick you out. And you said, you're right, you don't get the benefits. And you said a lot of people, we posted about with Europe.
Right. Yeah, so a lot of the comments were like, this is so anti, this is so racist and anti-immigrant.
What?
You got one. And it's like, no, it's not anti-immigration at all. Not. It's actually pro-immigration.
People came here because they wanted a better life.
Right. The point of immigration, the only reason you come to you'd go to a different country is because you want to be part of that country. Right. Otherwise, don't go.
Right. Don't come to my country and change my fucking ways to suit your way you had it seriously. If you lived in the fucking sand, you couldn't fucking shower, you couldn't get your own well water.
But it's not just about Muslim immigrants.
No, I'm just saying. But
any immigrant coming to this country.
But the difference is they're saying death to anyone that doesn't have our Islamic views in every household.
Yeah. But even
that's the concern.
Some people brought up the point. They were like, what about the ultra-Orthodox Jews? Let me finish. Well, not that you were going to interrupt me. I just want to finish the thought. What about the ultra-Orthodox Jews in New York who are completely in their insular cities? They're not assimilated into American culture. And I replied, I was like, yeah, I don't like that. That's not good. Why? If you're only going to be insular, stick to community, you don't need to be in America. You're not benefiting the American community, and therefore you shouldn't. I agreed with that because it's the same idea. If you're going to come to this country because you want to be in this country because we offer benefits, then you're going to be part of our country. You can't be the ultra-Orthodox in Brooklyn are so insular and they're not part of America. They literally are in their own community. I don't like that. I don't think they should, if you want to come here, you're going to be American. and they're not. They don't even speak English. They speak Yiddish exclusively. They only send. They have their own police system. They have their own hospital. Like they have their own everything, right? I don't agree with that. I don't think that that's good. They can do that in any other country. That's
okay, but again,
there's no difference with that and like an ultra orthodox Muslim.
Well, who are they harming? Who are they looking to physically harm? And they're not looking.
That's a good point.
And they're not looking to
change entire New York. They just want their own area.
Spread there and say we are going to become like a virus. And if
I guess it's like Amish. It's like the Amish keep to themselves. They do their own thing.
Listen. When we grew up, the Italians stuck to themselves. The blacks stuck to themselves. The Jews stuck to themselves. People, they still coexisted, but everyone had their own little area. I don't care if we talked about culture. If you wanted Palestinian food or Thai food, whatever, you go to that area like Little Italy, Chinatown. You went to it. But no one's saying, I'm not going to expand further and I want to get in every household, and if you don't, get death to you. Don't you think there's a big difference?
Right, I guess with the ultra-Orthodox in Brooklyn, like the Jewish ones, it is different because they're like, we just want to do our own thing. We don't want to change what America is. But ultra-fundamentalist Muslim immigrants are like, we're going to come to America.
And we want to hate America.
They're like, we want to change what America is.
They hate America. There's a difference. There's not, the Orthodox Jews don't hate America.
Like Mexican immigrants or Indian immigrants, like from India, right? Like they come to America because they're like, we love this. We want our children to be American.
Right.
We want them to like wear blue jeans, and we want them to be
people that come here illegally so they can have children and they leave their families and they come here just so their offspring can have and a generation after can have a better life.
Because they value the American system.
Don't change it.
Right. I agree with you totally.
Okay,
and that's the point.
And here's the thing. And
that's not racist or anti-immigrant.
Let me go one step further. You could say, and I don't know if I'm not saying I agree or disagree. Someone come here and say, you know what, I want to change certain things. That might even be okay. But don't harm people if it's not your way. See, that's what I have the issue.
And change, like the beauty of this country is we built it with the idea baked into the system that you can change things the right way if you have the people behind you. That's the beauty of this country. Like our country today has changed drastically from what it was in the beginning.
Even from when I was a kid, I fucking see.
No, but I was trying to say in a better way.
Right.
When our country first started, there were slaves and gay people weren't, allowed to do anything. But as a country, we've realized, you know what? The majority of people have realized we don't want our country to be that way. So we've worked within the system and changed it. A lot of other countries, that's not possible, right? Like most countries in the world, it's just not possible that if you get a majority of the people wanting to do something, that you can actually change it. It just doesn't work. You need, like, the people in charge, they're the only ones that can change things. So that's the beauty of our country. So you can come into this country,
but don't annihilate people, and you don't. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like it doesn't work out all the time, right?
Yeah.
So, but I think harming people and what BLM did with harming people and destroying property, I don't fucking agree with it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
I don't fucking agree with it.
There are right ways to change things and there are wrong ways.
I don't fucking agree with it. When you fucking do that, then it's me versus you, and it's going to be you, motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's like BLM, if they really wanted to make changes, let's say a few years ago, they should have had someone run for political office, worked within the system.
Instead they had that fucking woman who raped and pillaged all the money and didn't even benefit the black people. Right. And now the black people are so fucking stupid that support the Palestinians who want to kill them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, by the way, you can't get dumber.
So
you can't get dumber.
We got to talk about this because this is like the main thing that's been going on that I think is the most important thing to come out of the Israel conflict this week.
Okay.
And it has to do with Florida.
Okay.
Because DeSantis signed like an executive order. Do you know about this?
Saying that if you come here and you what?
No, what are you going to say?
Oh, he was talking about if he was president. He said, Mom told me that if he's president, he says that anyone that is here that does not support American views will be shipped back to their country.
Okay.
But go on,
but how do you even enforce that? American views?
Meaning like if you're here if you're not a U.S. citizen or something like that. Or I don't know how it works. Mom mentioned it. I can look into it later.
What it is, let me get the exact. It was something about like how they made it so SJP is what? SJP is Students for Justice in Palestine. It's an organization, right? Like how it's the same idea as what BLM would be or any other organization, right? But it's within colleges and
these colleges are a fucking problem.
But DeSantis this week signed an executive order making that illegal.
Okay.
Saying students cannot organize under the organization Students for Justice in Palestine. And then since then, because he made that as a governmental thing, that therefore all Florida public schools, including public colleges, now had to ban that. And like, it's illegal for a student.
Just for a Palestinian organization.
So what do you think about that? Because I have my own thoughts. I'm curious.
Okay. Your thought is personally, because of what's going on with Israel, you're okay with it. But wait, let me finish. But globally, you're not okay because the narrative might work one way, but you're giving up the power, and why should not people have their rights?
Well, what are you?
Okay.
Those are my thoughts. My thought is across the board,
Should
regardless of my view or not my personal view, I think this is the worst thing to happen in Florida since DeSantis has been in power. This is like when people say, people always, that's Nazi, totalitarian, fascist. This is fascist. Truly, This is the definition of fascism.
Can you
and
read?
Terrifying that he can just do an executive order.
Can you read about? Is it any organization of Palestinian? Like, I'm a little bit confused. Like, what's it?
Florida University System, working with Governor Ron DeSantis, ordered colleges on Tuesday to shut down pro-Palestinian student organizations, making the first U.S. state to outlaw the group whose national leadership backed Hamas's attack on Israel.
Okay, the big difference than what you said.
No.
Big difference.
What did I say?
Because if it's a Palestinian organization like the Republican Club or Palestinian Club, I agree 100%. But if it's a Palestinian organization that backs Hamas, 100% I agree.
By back, they say, yeah, we support the attack.
Yes, I agree 100%. 100%. Just like if because Hamas is a terrorist group. That's what it is. Okay. So there's no organization in America that gets public funding for education.
No, they don't get public funding.
No,
they're protesting on a college
campus.
The
schools do.
But this isn't a school-run organization.
Let me finish. They should not. Listen, it's school.
It's like if I join Glee Club. Glee Club isn't a school organization. It's just a club.
No, the difference is though you can't equate Glee Club to backing a terrorist organization. Public federal money and state money go into public education schools. Okay, I'm not mixing up.
No, they're not getting.
I'm not talking about the organization getting funding. I'm talking about the school getting funding.
Right, and the school has nothing to do with the organization.
But the school is allowing that club to be formed on their grounds by their students that promotes terrorism, that supports terrorism. 110% should not be allowed. I have a question for you.
KKK is allowed.
Wait, I have a question for you. No, they would not be allowed to do an organization like that.
Of course they are. That was the whole.
Listen,
what was it? Charleston.
Let me ask you a question.
No, what was it called?
If there's an organization that says we believe, and it goes to public school funding, we believe in.
No, it's not public school funding. Stop with that. That's not what it is.
The public school. You're missing my point. Stop picking your fingers. You're missing. Okay, sorry.
Playing with this.
You're missing the point. Public school. You think I'm talking about funding going to that Palestinian organization? Right. That's not what I'm talking about. So what? Then? I'm talking about this is students that is under the umbrella of the college or the university or the high school.
Okay.
On public property that's owned by the state. Okay. That gets state and federal funding.
Right.
That runs up. I am telling you, there is not a single school or university or education facility that is either public or private that should ever, and I said ever, allow any organization that promotes terrorism, period.
I disagree. Okay,
you're wrong. You're fucking wrong. These terrorist groups want to take down our country and will go and support and allow it. Not in a million
freedom
fucking...
of speech.
Nope, I disagree with you. There's a difference between freedom of speech and one that promotes terrorism that takes down our country. That is not protected speech.
Don't you, like, your whole thing for the last couple of years...
That is not protected speech.
Your whole thing... Wait, why is it not protected speech?
Okay. I have a question for you.
Wait. Is it inciting violence?
I'm going to give you an example. If I said I'm going to start...
Because now we're moving the goalposts.
I'm going to start an organization that when let's say...
Why are we doing hypotheticals? Just stick to the situation.
Okay. The fact is, If it promotes terrorism, which is against America, absolutely should not be on our soil. Period. Especially when there's federal and state funding going to these public institutions. Hell no.
But why is that not protected speech?
Why?
Yeah.
You think
Matt.
it's? I don't think it is protected.
But based on
speech.
you,
I'm not a.
So now you said I think, but based on what? You were so sure about it a minute ago.
Because anything related to terrorism, I don't think it's protected speech. I don't think it's protected. I don't think because like this, if you know someone's creating an organization that's going to make bombs,
different.
You're going to allow it in school.
Different.
Okay. When you read that's why I asked you to read it. Palestinian organization, 100%. I agree. Nothing wrong with it. Palestinian organization that supports Hamas, I am against it. Every school should be, and I think the government 100% supports that.
Do you think, because this is allowed, and this was a big problem a few years ago. Remember there was that march, it was on UVA's campus, I think, where all the people with the tiki torches were marching. It was a KKK march, and all the students were marching, and it's legally allowed. It happened, and everyone in this,
Where was it? Which?
I think it was at University of Virginia.
Okay, well, the South is very confederate, very different, so each state's different. I don't agree with that. I told you.
Well, do you think that should be? Do you think if, let's say, on
no, I told
FAU's
you I don't.
campus,
I told you it should not be allowed because
you don't think people should be able to.
It promotes Hitler and Nazism, and all that was to eradicate Jews, blacks, Spanish, and Asians. That was the sole purpose.
I think they should be allowed to march.
Okay, 110% should not be allowed to.
But don't you think that canceling, which it is, or silencing, right? Silencing people.
Yes, that's how you stop it.
Oh, really? I was just going to say the exact opposite.
It is cancer is an infection.
How does
it
that
is
stop
not
it?
a gay parade. It is a parade. It is a march to harm and kill people.
So
that should not be allowed.
You truly believe, logically,
yes,
you logically believe that if you have a belief, you feel that you hate people who eat ice cream. You hate them with venom. Because I don't want to say you hate black people, right?
Which I don't.
So let's say you hate people who eat ice cream, and you want to say it out loud. You want to protest it, and the government says you're not allowed to do that. You think now you're going to stop hating people who eat ice cream?
There's a big difference.
But you just said silencing them
there's
stops
a big difference. The difference is this.
You think these people are now going to say...
If I say I hate people who drive 55 miles an hour in the fucking left lane, I'm not saying I'm starting an organization that it's been going on for years.
No, I don't mean the organization part. Your belief.
No, listen.
Silencing beliefs only makes them fester and makes them stronger.
Let me be very clear, though. I am telling you right now that if any organization that is on a public venue
but that's not what I'm talking.
Promotes to kill or harm people, a group,
okay,
they should never be permitted. It should be against the law.
So you think these people now? I'm talking about the idea of freedom of speech, which is what
I don't. That's freedom of speech.
But if it's not, I think it should be. Okay, so I'll agree with you. Let's say it's not. I don't know if it is or not. Let's say it's not. I think it should be.
Good for DeSantis, by the way. I'm proud of him.
But I hate this. I think it's horrible.
Because
what's to stop him?
He's not a fascist.
It is.
No, you're missing the key component, Bronson.
Okay.
The key component is any Palestinian group that supports Hamas. Is Hamas a terrorist group?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you, it's yes or no? Is right? Yes.
Right.
Does Hamas want to kill Jews?
Yeah.
Do they want to wipe
Florida's
Jews?
not a Jewish state.
Wait, let me finish. Does Hamas then, after they kill Jews, want to go into and destroy Western civilization?
Okay.
Is Hamas against America?
Yeah.
Okay. Then anything that's against America.
So do you think BLM should be illegal?
If BLM,
they're against American ideas.
No.
They want to. They say America was founded on slavery and needs to change.
There's a difference, but they don't want to kill Americans. They're trying. I get what. Listen.
You think?
Let me
someone
finish.
marching at FAU wants to kill Americans?
Let me finish for a second. I don't agree with BLM's tactics, but I understand why BLM's do it. They're not saying I want to kill everybody. They don't want to. That's not what they're doing. So they're trying to get the attention.
Students for the Justice in Palestine organization.
Support Hamas.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Hamas. Right. But these students.
That's the key.
Okay, but hold on. These students marching at FIU, because that's a public university here, right? Like a 17-year or 18-year-old kid marching who's American. Do you really think that kid marching with this organization wants to kill Americans?
If that child,
that's yes or no.
the answer is if he supports Hamas, the answer is yes. Just
Really?
like all these people that say, all these protesters in all these fucking local cities.
I support Israel, but I don't want the death of Palestine.
But there's different. Bronson, you're missing the most important part. I said this is the third time I'm going to say it.
Supports
if
Hamas.
that
No, I understand.
Palestinian organization says, I support Palestine, great. I welcome that. That's what makes diversity and culture. If he says, I support Hamas, yes, then his ideology, he wants to kill Americans. He wants.
I think he should. I think I would support him saying I want to kill Americans because I want to know that. I don't want it silenced. That's what this country is built on. Is everyone has their ideas, share them, and then the marketplace of ideas will work it out.
No, it won't work. Look what's going on right now with everything. How even American, this woke generation with these young kids that drinking the Kool-Aid,
right? Who are trying to silence us for our views.
It is festering like a disease.
It's not.
It should not be permitted. I don't agree with you. You're not going to convince me. I'm not
trying to convince you. I'm just saying my ideas.
And I respect it. But anybody that wants to harm America should not be allowed to voice their concern about harming America. Period.
I think it's dangerous.
I say arrest them and kick those fuckers out. Because they don't like America. Don't fucking eat our food. Don't breathe our oxygen. Don't make money from us. Don't live under don't use our medicine or education. Get the fuck out or you're arrested. If you are a terrorist. Listen, you don't think that when the government's watching, if they find a terrorist here in the U.S., they arrest them. They have a right to arrest them. But based on your theory, they could be a terrorist. Why should they be arrested? They're allowed to be a terrorist.
So you're throwing around these words like you can't just be arrested for being something, right?
If there's a person in charge of terrorist cell, they will get arrested here in America.
Right, but don't you see that there's a huge difference? But like that's what I think it should 100% be illegal to actionably do something, right? To do actionable illegal things. Then the government should 100% arrest you.
So when Hitler
say, I am this, I think that is what this country, if we get rid of that, then we're no better than Europe with no freedom of speech.
You think,
even just saying I am a terrorist, you should not be arrested. You're saying something. Listen. You're not acting. That's the beauty. That's what this whole country is.
There's a difference.
I should be able to say, I hate blank. No matter what.
That's a different story. Hate is a different story.
I know, but you're taking I hate and then you're saying,
I have a question.
Someone who's a terrorist arrested.
I have a question.
But you're not a terrorist on your voice. Words aren't terrorism.
No, but
that's the whole thing. The left says words are violence. Words are violence. And now you're saying, words are violence.
When Hitler was doing his stuff, and these
doing
kids,
what stuff?
When with the propaganda about hating Jews, and burning the books, sending out
burning
pamphlets.
books is action.
Listen. Sending out pamphlets.
Okay.
If today Hitler was alive, and he had people in colleges handing out pamphlets,
I think they should.
Okay, about the Jews that should be killed and this and that, whatever.
Yeah,
you're fucked up. I love you, but I don't. Disagree.
I don't.
You're fucked up.
I think they should be handing out the pamphlets because then everyone
to kill Jews.
Yeah, because then people on campus should be like, "You're fucking evil. Get out of here."
They're gonna.
But
know,
to silence them.
The difference is not silence. The difference.
It's silent. It's the definition of silence.
You're not allowed.
You're not allowed to speak. Silencing.
When you're not allowed in public schools, absolutely.
You're not allowed to speak on public forum. Silence.
Right. That's right.
So it is silencing.
No, in the public schools.
So it's not silencing. Is it silencing or not?
Okay, Bronson. I am telling you, any motherfucker that talks about killing Americans or killing fucking Jews or killing blacks, whatever, 110% should be the fucking kill themselves, get the fuck out, and my fucking taxpayer dollars should not go to those fucking people to educate them.
They're not going to those people.
How do you know?
To educate them, I guess, but they're not going to this organization. Oh well, they're still going to educate them, Dad.
Bronson.
These people are still in the school. They're not kicked out of school.
But the point is,
so what's the
point is? It's the school allowing it. I don't want it allowed.
Okay, so we
disagree.
I know, but my biggest problem when I said that this is fascist is because we now have established in this country, and you're on board with this. Wait, we've established
anyone
in this country
that supports terrorism. That's what I'm on board with.
Okay, but we've established in this country by law that one man can make a viewpoint illegal.
We know that, though.
Wait, but
we've known that. We talked about that when the whole COVID thing happened, how much power governors had.
But that was the beauty in Florida. That's why this is so frustrating, is because Florida was the only one that was the opposite of that. Is that one man couldn't. We said, nope, the government doesn't have that power. What's to stop that the next let's say the next
That's a
governor.
different issue, though.
No, but you've agreed to this power. You can't agree to a governmental power only when it benefits you.
No, let me stop.
What's this-
Wait,
wait,
let's stick to the
let me
issue.
finish.
The issue was the Palestinian that supports Hamas. Now you're talking about a different issue.
No, but that's my problem with this. That's why.
But you were talking about the issue that the Bronson. You need to
Wait, let me
understand,
finish my thought.
As a young lawyer to be, they're different issues. The first issue was the Palestinian that supports Hamas terrorist group.
But now there's precedent.
Okay,
Speaking
that's one
of
thing.
law stuff.
There's
governmental precedent.
No, but the second issue is whether or not a governor should have that executive power to make unilateral decisions that could affect.
Oh,
That's two different
okay,
issues.
sure.
You see the different issues?
Yes. Do you agree with that second issue?
I don't know. I see your point in that. I do. I see because
What's to stop the next governor
from doing something I don't agree with? I agree with
the
you
next governor can come in. Let's say there are a bunch of like racism becomes very big in this state. Things can change drastically in years.
Yes.
And a governor gets voted, and another governor says it is now illegal to support black freedom, black people. If you can't or whatever, right? Support Mexicans.
Okay.
You can't now. I know this is frustrating, but you agreed, you agreed with the government getting this power.
No, listen, I need you to be a little open-minded for a second, buddy, because they're completely
I'm the closed-minded one saying that people should be allowed to say whatever they want.
Listen, they're completely different issues. We need to stick to the issues.
The issue I have with it. The issue I have is the government silencing a group of people for their beliefs. I don't think those people should believe the things that they believe.
Okay, that's one issue.
I also don't. But I do not think that the government should silence beliefs.
Okay, but they're different issues. You're talking about whether or not
that's fascist. The government
one man
beliefs.
has that power.
Even let's say let's say if we voted on it, I don't think American government should be silencing beliefs.
Okay.
Actions different.
But there is a big difference between when you are a part of an organization that supports. That's what they do.
Right,
terrorists.
Right, but what do you mean supports? With their voices, or are they killing Jews? Right, there's a difference. Or are they sending?
By the way, if you're
what do you mean supports?
Part of that organization. If you are part of saying I believe in Hamas,
right? So saying I believe in Hamas,
I want Hamas, and that's how I want it.
Right.
I think you should not be allowed to do it.
That's anti-freedom of speech.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Do you think someone should say I support KKK? Just saying those words.
There's a difference.
I support black people going back to being slaves. Do you think that should be illegal? Not that it's wrong. We all agree it's wrong, but illegal. No, but saying, that's the difference. You're saying they're terrorists or they're supporting terrorists. I'm talking about saying the words. Because let's stick with that sentence. You said they shouldn't be allowed to say, I support Hamas. That's shocking to me that you believe.
I don't think that they should be able to march.
That should be illegal.
I don't think they should be able to march and do that. I don't think you're going to stop this unless you cut it off.
But
it's growing too fast.
Off.
I don't agree with you.
So let's go back to the idea of you hating, because think about it logically, Dad. You saying, I hate people who eat ice cream. If I now make it illegal for you to say that, those words.
Big difference,
No, wait, Dad, but let me finish. You truly believe that ice cream is the worst thing in the world. And so now I've said you're not allowed to say that ever. Are you now going to not believe that ice cream is the worst? Is me saying you're not allowed to say this? That's not going to change your beliefs. Okay. You're just not allowed to say it. You're still going to but do you believe that you're still going to believe it?
But
right?
there's a difference. Do
you still think that?
I'm not answering that question. I'll tell you the reason why. Because this college.
Of course, there's a difference. I'm talking about ice cream.
Well, I know. I'm not talking about ice cream for a second. I'm talking about your analogy, and forget ice cream for a second.
Right, but how is there a difference?
Because colleges, students are impressionable. Okay, and you send your kids to a certain area, and you expect your kids to be safe and whatever it might be. And what's going on with these colleges and universities right now is they're very malleable, and people want to jump on a bandwagon just because they want a sense of belonging. We live in a very fucked up time. So to me, I don't think it's the proper form. If someone's an adult, whatever, and they want to deal with the consequences. But when you're dealing with children in college that are these 18 to 22-year-old, 18 to 21-year-old kids, I don't think the university should allow it. Just like when they said safe space or this and that, I don't think that these are the proper forms. There's a form for everything. So,
wait, but you were anti-safe space.
I'm anti-safe space, correct. That's my point. I don't think it's a proper forum.
No, but the whole idea of colleges doing safe space was we don't want hatred on our campus. So we're not going.
No, it was a Trump
so we're not going
thing.
to allow.
It was a Trump thing. The hate safe space.
No,
That's what it was. It was strictly done because people would get upset about Trump winning the presidency. That's when safe space came in.
Okay, so it was people. It was college organizations saying we don't want people saying that they have a support. They support. I don't think it was before Trump. I know it was, but let's say it was the Trump thing, right? Like they were like, we don't want our students feel unsafe when other students are talking about how they are Republican or support President Trump, right? Is that what do you think it was?
It was a place for people to go because they were upset about Trump.
No, not a place. No, you don't know.
Okay.
Safe space. It wasn't a literal space. It wasn't saying we have a room that you can go to. It was saying we're making our campus safe
they made
for our students.
But it was a whole Trump thing is what it was. It was a whole.
It was because people believed.
It was all anti-Trump. That's
right,
all it was.
Because it was an anti-belief system, right? It was the campus saying,
Ronnie, there's anyone that supports terrorist group, I 100% they should not be permitted.
And so
should not be freedom of speech.
How do you define a terrorist group? That's my problem. Is what's to stop in 3 years?
I don't know, but that's what it is. But that's
but what's to stop? Because what's to stop
that's
in 3 years?
That's what the court systems are for, Bronny. It's not black and white. There's things evolve and change.
That's not what I was going to say.
All the time.
I was going to say, what's to stop in 3 years? The U.S. government just saying, yeah, this is a terrorist group now, and then that's also you're not allowed to support it. But that's what we are. What if we fall into that?
Case, then what happens is you don't agree with the law, you get in litigation, and you fight it. And that's what you do. That's what the world is.
I don't think that one man, even if I support what they're doing, it's a king, right? DeSantis is a totalitarian.
Like you said, you can move out of Florida if you don't like it. You can move out of Florida if you don't like it.
I know, but it's so hypocritical that you support a governor unilaterally. But you just said move out of Florida if you don't like what he's doing.
But or vote someone else. That's how it works.
I'm not talking about DeSantis. I'm talking about the idea that the government can do that.
We can't change that. We can't change that.
That's why I'm saying it's hypocritical. All throughout COVID, you were saying it's horrible. Wait, let me finish. It's horrible that one man can unilaterally make these decisions in these states. This is the worst thing ever. And it's not if you don't like it, leave. This is a fundamentally anti-American thing. But now you're saying, yep, one man can make these unilateral decisions.
No, one man does. No, one man does. You ask me.
No, it doesn't. This is a new thing. Okay. This isn't what governors have been doing. Okay. Governors have never done this.
I don't think the governor one person have that power to do those things.
But you support this.
No, but I do support it. There's a difference.
How can you do that?
Because I am anti-Hamas. They're two different
but don't
issues.
You see that's a slippery slope?
No, but Brian, they're two different issues. But you need to be very clear. They're 100% two different issues.
Okay, so we're talking about two different issues.
Which issue do you want to talk about?
Both.
Okay.
You're not capable of discussing multiple issues at once?
We're saying the same thing 15 fucking times. I don't agree that one man should have so much power across the board, period. Okay.
However, so you can't support the second one.
However,
you need the first one to support the second one.
However, I'm in favor of anyone that is supports terrorist group. It should be illegal.
Okay, so
whatever the law, however it's implemented.
And it was implemented this way.
Okay, but it could be implemented by a government, whatever it is. I don't know how the government works.
Sure, if the state of Florida, if we all voted for this, different story.
But they're two different issues, bro.
No, but it happened this way. And you're supporting it. It happened this way.
I'm supporting the end result, but I'm also not supporting the fact that one man should have that power.
But that's wrong. Okay. I want, that's like the,
I don't know how you understand it.
No, I do understand it. I don't understand how that's not right. Because then you can say, I support, you're saying the ends justify the means.
No, what I'm saying
right?
is, no.
You're saying how we got there, I support. I don't support. Or no, what we got, I support, but I don't support how we got there. But who cares?
You asked me about the two different issues. I'm happy with anything across our federal government. Anyone that is part of a terrorist group and supports it as a conspiracy part of it.
Well, conspire is different. That's a
Well,
different word now. You're at
how
it.
do you make that determination?
How do you make that determination?
It's a legal.
No, but they just across the board said you belong to this organization. Done. What if I
Hamas?
just said no? But that's what I'm saying. If you conspire, that's already illegal. But saying I support, I think that's horrible.
Okay.
I support.
I respect what you have to say, and I don't think it's horrible. That's all.
And I don't know. And I'm just saying, and I know you don't I guess we just are thinking of it differently.
Understand.
No,
Trust me.
that's why I stopped myself.
I understand.
I think we're
very
just
well.
thinking of it differently. And I just I'm saying I think you're being extremely hypocritical. And that's dangerous.
Okay, and I don't think I'm being a hypocrite.
Which
You
is
asked me about
okay.
two different issues, and I told you.
Right. Yes.
And I
told
told
you.
you.
Two different issues.
And I answered both those issues,
Okay.
and I gave my opinion. It
And
doesn't mean I'm hypocritical.
you said, I don't agree that the government should do this, but I like that they did this.
I like the law.
Right. But
So if they voted this in and it was done in a certain way and Bob voted and it came out, you'd be okay with it.
I'd be more okay with
Okay.
it, yes.
So I'm not disagreeing with you that one man should not have that much power. But
Do you think unilaterally, like you said, period, that one man should not have that power?
Yes.
So then you should not support this
Okay.
because it happened, right?
No, I don't agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I don't think I disagree with you on that because I agree with you that one man should not have that power.
So then that's it. So then they should
No, it
never.
doesn't work
so
that
then
way.
you take the power away. So I don't. But what you're saying is
But you asked me if I like the law that he implemented. The answer
sure,
is yes.
but that's not why I have the problem with this. The problem.
I know why you have the problem with it, brother. I do. I get it.
I'm like, let's say like this is the logic that I'm thinking in my head is.
You don't even get to point two because without if you
right.
Okay.
But
and I agree with you. But we are
let's
at point
say
two.
we want to eradicate poverty in this country, or like let's say homelessness. We want to get rid of homelessness in this country. We all are on board with that idea. But let's say they were like, we're going, or let's not even say we're going to. The government just went out and killed every single homeless person in the entire country. Now we don't have any homeless. By your logic, applying your logic, that's the situation. It's saying, oh, I don't agree with how they did it, but now we don't have homeless people. So yeah, they should have done that.
Nope, that's not true. That's not what
it's
it
the
is.
same logic.
No, it's
it is.
not. It's
and
not
we're
even remotely close to the same logic. Number one is killing Americans.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about that. It's the idea.
It's not even the same logic.
Yes,
it's not
it
the same
is.
logic. See,
because you can't get to point two without point one.
But you asked me if I like the law, if I agree with it, because you skewed it.
I don't even agree with the law.
You
No, I didn't skew it. I didn't know.
Okay, that's why I said
purposely skew it.
Okay, that's why I said read it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm not anti-Palestinians. I'm anti-Palestinians that support Hamas. I'm anti-Americans that support Hamas. So
I'm I am for someone to support Hamas.
Okay.
I think they're bad.
Okay.
But I will fight for them to be able to support Hamas.
I love
because
you. And I
That's
think
what
you're a fucking idiot.
That's
and
what
I love
distinguishes us from every other country in the world.
Great. Okay. So when that was
In North Korea,
okay.
you can't support any other thing except that.
But the difference is these are people that support to kill Americans.
Okay.
Okay. I love you guys. Take care. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't understand what he's talking about. I love you.
No,
I
just
respect
because
your
I think
thing.
if you silence them, it only makes it worse.
Okay,
We have to
but-
have everything
okay.
out in the open.
I think we should
And that's
kill
why.
them, not even silence them.
Kill someone who just supports someone who's killing
anyone
America.
anyone that wants to kill Americans, okay, and do away with Western ideology and kill Americans, they get the fuck out or kill them. That's what I believe in, yes. And I think line them up with a fucking thing, give them a cigarette and blindfold them and fucking kill them.
And that's no better than the Nazis.
Give them an opportunity. No, it's not. Give them an opportunity.
Right, exactly. No, it's not. It's no better than the Nazis.
It's a lot better than Nazis.
Why?
Because you can leave.
Someone doesn't agree with you. Die.
Agree.
You said line them up.
They want
Why
to
are you lining
kill
them up and blindfolding
Americans. They want. If you don't get out, yes, then you don't live here. You don't live.
Oh, sure. That's different than lining up and killing them.
There's different. The Nazis wanted to kill people for no reason.
No, not for no reason.
Come on,
You just said line them up, blindfold them, and shoot them.
If they don't leave and they want, yes, and they're not gonna, and they want to kill Americans. Okay, you want these people in America killing Americans?
Well,
Wait, yes or no? Do you want them in America killing Americans?
Killing, no. Saying, different story.
Okay,
It's a different story.
Okay.
It is. It's different.
Slippery slope, brother.
Right,
You're
yours-
fucking 27
Yeah,
years
slippery slope.
old. Very slippery slope.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to walk the fucking streets. You want to feel comfortable, walk the fucking streets, knowing that person on the streets wants to kill you.
No.
Well, that's what they want, Bronson.
Who?
Terrorists want that.
So how do you? So let's make it.
I don't know how you
right. Okay. So let's take that scenario. Right. These.
All right, Brian. It's 1:20. It's an hour and 20. I gotta fucking eat.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. No worries.
Love you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.